Forensic evidence confirmed blood within Nancy Guthrie's residence, a chilling detail suppressed for 54 days. Reports previously fixated on exterior evidence, the porch droplets, and the trail ending at the curb until Ashley Banfield uncovered a discrepancy. Savannah Guthrie confirmed in her first post-disappearance interview that investigators also discovered biological evidence inside the home. This revelation fundamentally alters the entire reconstruction of the crime. No forced entry was detected. The perpetrator simply walked through an unsecured entrance. Savannah Guthrie confirmed on the Today Show that Nancy famously never locked her doors, a fact known to her family. The rear entrance of the Catalina Foothills property was neither broken nor forced. It was left wide open. The intruder, who breached the residence at 2 in the morning, faced no resistance. He merely stepped inside. This is Evidence Headquarters. We are now at day 55 of the search for Nancy Guthrie. Stay tuned as we analyze the ransom notes tomorrow. Recent discoveries by the task force could shift the entire narrative. Savannah reports Nancy was likely taken in her nightwear, as her footwear remained undisturbed in the house. Her life-sustaining prescriptions were discovered abandoned on the kitchen counter. She left behind her pacemaker medication, her shoes, and her keys, an impossible scenario for a voluntary departure. This was a forced removal. The internal bloodstains represent the critical pivot point in the investigation's chronology. For weeks, both the public and the authorities assumed the struggle occurred at the front entrance. The working theory suggested the assailant encountered Nancy near the foyer before the altercation moved to the porch. That assumption has proven to be entirely incorrect. The violence erupted deep inside the bedroom or hallway where Nancy confronted the 2 a.m. intruder and fought for her life. Alone in the dark, the 84-year-old resisted. The blood trail winding toward the porch depicts a desperate attempt to escape. She was clawing toward the street, trying to raise an alarm or reach safety. Her flight ended abruptly on the porch. The trail's termination at the curb strongly implies a getaway vehicle was waiting. Between the initial motion sensor alert and the moment her pacemaker lost its signal, a grim clock started ticking. 16 minutes. That was the narrow window in which the entire abduction transpired. 16 minutes to enter, subdue an 84-year-old woman, and gain total control of the scene. They moved her through the house, across the porch, and into a waiting car before vanishing into the night. 16 minutes. This cold efficiency supports a theory investigators have weighed for several weeks. This crime was likely not the work of a lone individual. Managing a physical struggle and a vehicle extraction in under 16 minutes requires calculated, multi-person coordination. Detectives believe at least 2 suspects were involved, one handling the interior abduction, while another manned the getaway car. The precision implies this wasn't random. Someone knew the door was unlocked. 3 distinct scenarios are currently being vetted. First, a prior visit on January 11th, for which the FBI requested specific neighborhood surveillance footage. They didn't request a range of data just that single day, exactly 3 weeks before she vanished. Federal agents rarely target a specific date without possessing concrete intelligence. A second sighting occurred on January 24th involving different equipment. This leads to the second possibility. An insider, perhaps a contractor or landscaper, may have provided information regarding the home's vulnerabilities. A handyman, who had previously accessed the home, could have noted the consistent lack of security. The FBI is currently auditing a year of neighborhood service records, a maneuver that indicates a targeted investigation. This deliberate action points to a third chilling scenario. She was being watched and studied for weeks. Neighbor Aldine Meister told Brian Entin she spotted a suspicious man near the Guthrie home on January 11th. She described a man with a low-pulled hat lurking nearby, not as a visitor, but as a predator. He was conducting surveillance. Each theory points toward a different profile of suspect. Is it a serial prowler, an inside conspirator, or a patient, calculating predator? The answer reveals the identity of the culprit. Now, we turn to the ransom notes. Dispatched to media outlets rather than the family, these notes lack proof of life or a communication channel. However, Brian Entin recently revealed that investigators are now taking those notes much more seriously. Rumors suggest a specific message held secrets unknown to the public back then. The source kept that identity guarded. Those specifics remain classified, a critical omission. Yet, the palpable change in the authorities' demeanor is undeniable. Validating just one letter implies the author holds Nancy or the truth of her location. It offers a haunting possibility. She is breathing. A heavy silence has descended. 6 days with no updates, no briefings, and zero public data. In the world of abductions, This vacuum typically points toward two diverging paths. Either the trail has gone cold, or a strike is imminent. From a distance, they appear the same. The results are worlds apart. Join Evidence HQ immediately. Ensure your alerts are active to track this unfolding mystery. Our next report dissects every ransom demand, the recipients, and the hidden context. Discover why the official narrative shifted. Join us at 9 a.m. Eastern on Evidence HQ. If you hold keys to Nancy Guthrie's vanishing, contact 1-800, call FBI. A $1.2 million reward remains for her rescue. 55 days later, blood on the floor, an unbolted door, snatched barefoot, deprived of essential meds, and denied a single plea. Forced entry was never the method. The predator simply entered. What gave him that certainty? The chilling disappearance of Nancy Guthrie is more than a true crime headline. It is a heartbreaking reminder of the fragility of safety and the sacredness of home. At 84, Nancy's strength was tested in a place where she should have been most secure. Her story serves as a profound lesson in vigilance, community, and the silent vulnerabilities of those we love. The unlocked door in this tragedy isn't just a physical entry point, it represents a gap in our collective care. It teaches us that safety is never a given, and that protecting our elders requires more than just affection. It demands active awareness. Nancy fought for her life in the shadows of a quiet neighborhood, reminding us that evil often counts on our complacency. The call to action. Watch over the vulnerable. Security starts with a knock on a neighbor's door. Check on the elderly. Ensure their sanctuaries are truly fortified. Honor the struggle. Nancy's resistance, leaving behind her medication and shoes, was a final, silent plea for the truth. We owe it to her to never let her story go cold. Break the silence. Awareness is a weapon. By staying informed and vigilant, we transform a neighborhood from a hunting ground into a fortress. Let Nancy's empty hallway be the reason we lock our doors tonight and the motivation to look out for one another. In the dark, we are each other's only light.